here. Season 9 of Marvel a grand light and a small void. Season 9 of Marvel Rivals begins with a murder foretold. Apocalypse may be the only mutant to have watched every poor decision that collapsed his timeline from its heroic age to the ruin it is now. Nigga, to carry out his plan to cull the gods, Sabah Nur used celestial technology to build a faith harvesting engine, a machine that could absorb all faith directed towards the gods, nigga. By claiming the faith of these unworthy deities for himself, Apocalypse would rise as the one true god of the universe and reshape the order of the collapsed timeline in his own image. Okay. However, at the very moment of his ascension, a mysterious assassin struck him down. The faith energy leaking from the engine thicked into a storm, sealing the heroes who came to investigate his death inside a perfect closed circle mystery. No one could get in, no one could get out. And in that sealed environment, the killings began, one after another until paranoia had settled over even the most steadfast heroes, because everyone understood the same chilling fact: the murderer was one of them. Death had come to Thebes. Okay? Make no mistake, this is a season about evil. One villain struck down by another. Heroes assassinated one by one in the dark. Gods and mortals alike trapped inside the storm, finding themselves surrounded by a nameless malice. Okay? But what we want to explore this season is that evil is not always easy to define. Not all of it is the same. Damn, why are they preaching that? And if you try to sort the evils of the world, they would fall more or less into two kinds. Okay, damn, why are they actually cooking with this shit, bro? What the hell? The first evil for its own sake, grand in scale, bottomless in its harm, beyond anything words can hold. Villains of this order write their own blueprints for how the world ought to run, drawing up their own lists of who deserves to live and who does not. Driven by the unshakable will and terrible power, they push their calling in the name of progress. Evil like this never leaves just a body or two behind. It leaves mountains of the dead, whole peoples erased from history altogether. Apocalypse was without question a villain of this kind. Some may say that once he turned his creed of evolve or die away from mortals and aimed it at the gods, he became less of a villain, or at least less evil. But where the spear is pointed never changes whose hand is on it. What makes a man evil is what he does, not whom he chooses to destroy. The second kind of evil is done for the sake of something else. It is dreams of no grand ideals and clings to no fierce belief. It comes to life when a person is at their lowest. Sometimes it just wants a little more food. Sometimes it just wants a little more food, a little more money. Sometimes it only wants to survive. It turns evil the moment a person decides to take what they need by hurting someone else. The Hood, who makes his season debut, is what smaller evil made flesh. We have been laying the ground for him since season 7. Working with Marvel Games and Marvel Comics teams, we completely rebuilt Parker Robbins Originals. What the fuck? We completely rebuilt Parker Robbins' origins from the Chronoverse through the Infinity Comics and the in-game lore. This Parker, born with a bottomless hunger for power, came from a Puerto Rican immigrant family and nigga, are they talking about Miles Morales? Yo, are they talking about Miles Morales? Hold up. I'm about to stream off.